Hello everyone, and welcome to SKL, the best damn League of Legends league in Canada. I'm Silky Mittens, and I am joined by my good friend Crafty Buckeye. Crafty, how you doing today?
It's a good day, last day of week 6.
Yeah.
We got a kind of a battle between the two bottom teams in SKL, so a couple of bragging rights points, I wouldn't say too many huge playoff points on the line right now, but...
Yeah, unfortunately, I think playoffs are just out of reach for both teams here. I think RDS as well.
I think so, yeah.
Is also
They only have 2 points.
mathematically...
Only 2 points so far, so just I think 2 ties so far, and 0 points for Saskwatches.
Yeah.
Still looking to pick up that first win of the season.
Still looking for it.
And it's possible here.
Yeah, tonight would be a great night. I think it's going to be a really close match. I'm expecting it to be a bloodbath. A lot of interesting picks coming out. These are two teams that like to pick some interesting champions, so it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, and I'm not sure why they didn't ban. I knew a missed ban was coming for Revolution Death Squad on the red side here, but also a missed ban on blue side. I don't know if that's going to be needed for a remake here. Oh, yeah, it looks like we have had a client crash. Maybe looking to remake. I'm not too sure. Hopefully they can get that figured out. Yep, we are out of picking
That's
bans.
okay. We're out of picking bans. We'll talk a little bit more, Crafty.
Yeah.
How you doing today?
It's good. It's
good.
The Jays are winning right now.
The Jays are winning. Yeah.
Hopefully they can pull out that W. NHL playoffs started today or yesterday.
Beautiful day.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Always.
Jays are winning. NHL playoffs started. What more can you ask for? I guess while we're waiting here, if you have any questions, please ask us in Twitch chat. It's your chance to ask the casters or Skillas anything you want to know, and we'll answer it live on air in the next couple minutes. Get your questions in. But until then, there's a big matchup today, but not really for playoffs like we already said. Just looking at both teams, kind of their history, what is the matchup? What lane matchup are you looking at coming into game one here? What's catching your eye? What's piqued your interest?
Maybe we saw Seagrain play the mid lane for the first time last week. So maybe if I think it'll be Oliver close off the sub in for Revolution Death Squad, and so like that lane could be pretty huge, and see if Seagrain can pull out he won lane against, I think they played Vis Major last week. I'm pretty sure he 1v1'd Taeyong twice in both games. He 1v1'd him. So if he can pull that out, maybe put his carry pants on. You never know. Yeah,
I think I would agree. That's definitely a matchup to watch, and very interesting to see this little swap come through. But we're back into pick ban phase. We got hopefully things figured out here. It is going to be a Callista ban, Crafty, coming out on the blue side for the Saskwatches. Obviously, kind of targeted towards copyrights. Got nerfed in recent patches, but still a little bit strong. So. Kind of nothing too surprising there.
Not too surprising. It's definitely a double lift favorite, played in all 3 games against Immortals. So it's definitely not out of the meta.
No,
it's just not. I think it's just a good team fight, AD carry, and a way to also help just duo with your support. Yeah,
you just don't have a roaming support. That's how you play Callista nowadays since the nerfs came through.
Kindred, or you roam together.
Exactly, and that's also potent once you're level 6. But that's going to be off the table for this one. Kindred also going to be taken off the table. Definitely a top-tier jungler. Ever since kind of AP junglers took a slight hit with some nerfs to Runic Echoes and the like. Gragas, Graves, Kindred, I would say top-tier. Nidalee still in there as well.
Yeah, we saw Nidalee last night, but it's not really I wouldn't say it's necessarily played quite a bit in SKL. I don't know. It just might require a little bit higher of like map knowledge and skill cap. I don't know.
I think we've just have like such a diverse kind of skill set.
We also and also like Nidalee is kind of plays into weird different kind of style comps.
Yeah, true. We don't really see that kind of early pressure comp come out from a lot of teams, and a lot of teams just like to play stuff that's off meta anyways. So speaking of meta, Echo taken off the table as well on the red side. Of course, once again, RDS will lose 1 ban just because they're late to the party, so got to give them a little slap on the wrist. That's only for game 1. The Graves is going to be taken away as well, another top jungler. So what's left here?
Or top laner.
Or top laner as well. Yeah, can be flexed.
Yeah, so sub kit in for
BOD Frosty.
Yeah, BOD Frosty, and then on the other side we got Oliver Closeoff in, and Nerix in as well. So 2 subs used by Revolution Death Squad.
Battle of the subs.
Yeah, it's a big matchup right now for some huge points, and I think if Revolution Death Squad, I feel like they're not out. I definitely feel like Saskwatches is out
from playoffs.
Yeah, because like if you're at 5 points with 1 week left, I think
we've been told by our sources.
I don't know. I'm just doing it in my head. Like I'm pretty sure that Argon 53 had 5 points last week as well.
Okay.
And they might have split with Argon 53. I don't know for sure, but
right. So I think RDS is still. I guess that's.
I think they still have depending on head-to-head matchups, they could tie for 4th.
Okay. So yeah. This is
not over,
actually a huge game, and then it's up to Saskwatches kind of play spoilers. They're not going to roll over and die. They've definitely put up a big fight in the first 5 weeks. They've played some really top teams. Now the end of the season schedule is a little bit nicer, a little more easier on them. They're not playing the top teams like TMI, VM. They've got all those games out of the way. So now they can really, put their foot down and show what they can do in this league. Make a little bit of noise, make a little bit of sub noise. And Pantheon
or sub kit.
Or sub kit. They're the sub brothers.
It was good when they were playing bot last week.
Yeah, sub kit and sub noise.
Yeah, but they picked the Pantheon first.
We were calling them the dub subs. Yeah.
What do you feel about the Pantheon top? I think that we definitely think that's top lane. It actually
could be flexed because Steal the Light has played Pantheon, so I would consider that a flex pick for now.
But they are picking out of order. I love it.
They are picking out of order.
Wow,
I love it as well.
What the hell is this? Saskwatches, Are you there?
Yes. Are you there? Subnoise is going to be playing Draven this game, so not much secrets about that. I'm actually a little surprised that they showed that pick so early. Maybe there's a lot of matchups that kind of don't really go too well. Caitlyn is one that really does well against Draven, so I feel like if there's a Caitlyn pickup here, not going to be very much fun for Subnoise on this Draven.
Yeah, and that Karma could be flexed as well, mid or support right now. I'm not too sure. We got an Azir hover here and a Caitlyn. Caitlyn has definitely risen in the meta, and I'm not too sure. It could be picked up, but that's about it.
Yeah, so we'll see here what the teams decide to round out their compositions with. Anything's game here. There's that Karma's the flex, the Pantheon's a flex. I would like to see maybe the Karma go into the bot lane here and see a counter go into the mid lane against the Azir. And it looks like that might be the case. The Wukong hover is also telling me that Steal the Light's going to be playing that Wu Pantheon top. And Fizz is going to be going in the mid lane. And that's what it's going to be here, Crafty. Locked in. It's Karma support. Draven in the bot lane. Pantheon staying right where he is in Subkit hands. How do you feel about this coming in here?
I definitely know he played it last week and played it pretty well into Azir. This exact same matchup.
Right, and that was when he was able to solo Taeyong. So he knows the matchup, and it's not a great one for Azir either. Going to be taking barrier, and the burst damage just a little bit too much, and the Playful Trickster able to dodge a lot of the damage that Azir likes to throw out. He can also dodge. A nicely timed Playful Trickster can dodge the Emperor's Divide as well.
Yeah, we saw. Yeah. That's exactly what happened last week too. Yeah. It was like I think that might have been in the top 5 plays. I don't know if it has even been released for last week.
I don't think it has. I could be wrong.
I don't know.
Don't quote me on that.
But yeah, don't quote us on. But the Nautilus top picked up against the Pantheon. Mm-hmm. That's they got their front line for sure locked in right now. Yeah. And a lot of CC maybe able to just. Which definitely sucks being Draven, I would say. Nautilus is not the greatest. Is pretty good into Draven just because the ult can
point and click CC,
But I like the range they have. I like the front line they have to peel off the Caitlyn and the Azir. Mm-hmm. I like the overall comp right now that Revolution Death Squad has picked.
Yeah, me too. So I guess that you kind of just answered the question, right, of which one you're edging towards. I would probably go for the same here. The only way I think that Sasquatch is able to defeat this kind of really well-rounded composition that scales really well and that's just so good at a lot of things. The team fights are spectacular. The siege is looking really good as well. Just when you have Caitlyn automatically, the sieges come in handy. And then Azir as well, going to be able to do a lot of damage under turrets. The only way I see this kind of going in Sasquatch's favor is if they get snowballed, especially in the mid lane and the bot lane. If Subnoise gets ahead, then he's going to be able to steamroll over, do a lot of damage. And same with Seagrin. If he's able to get
Yeah.
ahead, he can take out these.
He can take out
copyrights, take out the likes of Waller Closeoff, and right there, that's one of your key carries in this composition. So it's all dependent on the early game. But I'm gonna give my slight edge to Revolution Death Squad.
Yeah. Exactly. So hopefully this will be a good one, and we'll wait to see how this one plays out, and we'll be right back with game number 1 between Revolution Death Squad and Saskwatches.
Everyone, and welcome back. We're just getting loaded onto the Rift here for game 1 between the Saskwatches and Revolution Death Squad. On the blue side, we're gonna wait. Oh, there we go. We got the champions in front of us. I couldn't remember the whole team comp. Sorry. Yeah, boosted. On the blue side for game 1, it is gonna be the Saskwatches. In the top lane, it is gonna be Subkit playing Pantheon. In the jungle, it is gonna be Steal the Light bringing out his favorite Wukong. In the mid lane, Seagrain is going to be playing Fizz, and in the bot lane, rounding it out, Subnoise and Mayhem 2012 going to be playing that Primetime Draven and Karma.
Yeah, and on the red side, we have Revolution Death Squad in the top lane. Nayrix playing the Nautilus. In the jungle, we got Zero Invictus playing as Elise. And in the mid lane, Oliver Closeoff playing Azir. And in the bot lane, Copyrights and Luke Duke playing Caitlyn Thresh.
Yeah, definitely a potent bot lane as well. We'll see how this Karma Draven lane works out. Not one we really see too often. We see Caitlyn a little bit coming back in Resurgence. Thresh always been kind of useful in the meta, no matter what meta it is. Definitely love that champion. High skill cap champion, and we'll see if Subnoise and Mayhem can handle the Copyrights Luke Duke combination. That's been pretty good.
Did you see all the Thunderlords on
I didn't.
Saskwatches? Four?
Yeah. I would guess pretty much on all of them.
Except for Subnoise.
Except for Subnoise, who took, what, Fervor or Warlords?
I think Warlords.
Yeah. Probably Warlords would be the right choice on him. I didn't get a chance to see. Did you get a chance to see Red Side?
Yeah,
and it's just
always pay attention.
What is it? Grasp, Strength.
No, it's Grasp, Thunderlords, Fervor, and then Bond of Stone.
Yeah. Thresh kind of has some flexibility. with what he can take. But there's a little bit of an invade here early on. It's going to get spotted out, and the Mantra Q is going to come out, the Soul Flare. And, yeah, that's a lot of damage, relatively early on all members.
On all, it hit 4 people, so.
Just imagine if the rest of Saskwatches was there. That's a lot of AoE damage just for a level 1. Probably wouldn't have went in Revolution Death Squad's favor, but that's okay. No one was there. No harm, no foul. And it looks like it's just going to be a standard start here for Revolution Death Squad and Saskwatches. Both starting on the bot side. Saskwatches, one thing they love to do, they always do it, is start this red buff, Crafty. They always, or just the bot side buff.
I think they just start, the bot side buff, so blue or...
I'm just so surprised no team has decided to punish this, because they do it every time, and I'm pretty sure I pointed out every single time as well. Did me and you cast Sasquatch last week?
Last week, every week. I'm pretty sure I do Sasquatch's game every week.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm very familiar to Steal the Light's Wukong.
Yeah, and he's always doing this, and no team has punished him yet. So, might as well keep doing it, I guess. They're definitely not going to get punished here in game 1. And I'm just not a huge fan, because you don't get that early buff that really helps you with the rest of your clears. If you start Krugs, you get the heavy hands buff that you're able to take throughout the jungle. But yeah, only gonna get the red buff, and then usually goes for something else. But might go for the early gank here, actually. This would be quite something. Not sure if he'd start Decoy level 2, or would go for the Crushing Blow. Does have Nimbus Strike. So he started level 1. So it is going to be an early gank here in the mid lane. Seagrain will be trying to get a kill with the help of Steal the Light, but it's actually pretty much all Steal the Light there, as Seagrain did not go in. Too much farm to be had, and Steal the Light's going to pay the price on that one. Both bot lanes hitting level 2 at the same time relatively, so no extra action there. This mid lane matchup, Crafty, I'm really curious to see what Seagrain is able to do here. Does have Ignite, and we saw him, like we said earlier, take on Taeyong, one of the best mid laners in the league, arguably. So let's see what he can do against Oliver Klozoff, who is kind of a jack of all trades. He's a sub officially on the roster, but he's every single
and top.
Yeah, and
I don't think we've seen him play jungle.
Probably not jungle. I don't think we've seen him play support as well. So yeah, you're right
still,
there.
He's still flexible.
He goes everywhere,
and he can play pretty much any of the meta champions too. So as Steal the Light able to decoy that cocoon, which probably would have ended up in his death, but Seagrain going in on 0 Invictus as Poppy Ignite. That's gonna be his first blood to Seagrain. As just Ignite walk away, and Azir unable to help.
Yeah, talking about subs here, Oliver Klozoff is going to be playing in the mid lane. Zero Invictus is usually the mid laner, I do believe, for Revolution Death Squad, so that is kind of an off roll for him. Copyrights is going to get ignited in the bot lane, and he's definitely going to go down. The flash in by both Subnoise and Mayhem. Try to get the stacks, but it was the Ignite and the last auto by Mayhem that's going to pick up the kill for them. 2-0 early for Sasquatch is definitely a good start for them. But as I was saying, Zero Invictus is kind of out of his element a little bit here playing in the jungle. He's usually in the mid lane and gets taken down by Seagrain. That Fizz does a lot of damage early, and having that Ignite definitely helps him pick up that one, as Steal the Light is playing the bait there. So good early start here from Sasquatches. Oh, he might be going a little hard for Oliver Klozoff. If Oliver Klozoff decided to go in there, he might have been close to getting a kill. Seagrain did have flash, however, but he's not going to go in there, so... Ooh, no surprise there. Mayhem now is getting caught out by Luke, who decides to go in, but he flashes out immediately, and that is going to be another kill going over to Sasquatches. This time it is going to be Subnoise finally cashing in. I shouldn't say finally. He's been in the game for 4 minutes. Not a lot of stacks, but it's a little bit. Still
3-0 Sasquatches, and they're looking like
they're rolling.
They're rolling, which is like the first time we've ever seen. I think we saw them have a lead once last week against Vis Major. They had an early game lead, but obviously against Vis Major, just they out macroed. And but the early game lead right now, 1,000 gold after 5 minutes. That's pretty big.
It's the dream. This right now is the dream for Sasquatches. They do got to look out for their CS a little bit here in the top lane, slipping away a little bit from Subkit. It's a little rough early, a little bit mana intensive, throwing all those spears out, but the corrupting potion helps. And the later you go, kind of the more the mana doesn't really seem to matter as much. But in the mid lane here, Seagrain's still falling behind in farm as well. Azir usually able to do pretty good in that department, so no real surprise.
No real surprise, but BF to Dagger in the bot lane. That's the difference in items right now, which is obviously huge for And Seagrain looking to be a little caught out and maybe...
Ooh, forced a flash there. Good play by Zero Invictus.
Yeah.
Making up a little bit for his past mistakes. He's repenting for his early sins.
I need to redeem myself, I guess, but Copyrights is going to have to just play pretty safe right now with this Luke Duke and just hope that they can make a little comeback with maybe a little gank from Zero Invictus.
Look at these early items, Crafty here. BF sword to dagger.
I literally just said that.
I know. I just it makes me cringe. And it's a Draven too, so it's like twice as bad. This lane is just gonna. It's not gonna be the best. I guess Copyrights does have the range, but if Subnoise is able to get onto that Caitlyn, things aren't gonna go well. But Zero Invictus is gonna get caught out here by the blue buff, going for a little bit of an invade. The dredge line is gonna miss here, but he does have the depth charge available. Steal the Light's gonna go in and get the kill on Zero Invictus. Now it is Oliver Closeout just joining the fight barely. Seagrain is low, not level 6 quite yet. Oliver Closeout forced to use the barrier there. Nayrix is still hanging around. No one has any mana or HP. The flash away. Nayrix is going to pick up the kill on the Seagrain. One more auto on Oliver Closeout is going to get that one. Nayrix now is in a 1v2 situation. A couple low health bars, not much mana to throw around here. And are they going to be able to get the kill on this? Subkit tries to go for it. Oh, he's going to ult. No, he doesn't have any follow-up after he ults. Oh, he does get it. And he's going to go down for it anyway. So Nayrix is going to get the return kill onto that one. Not sure if worth, but as long as he says it in all chat, then it definitely is worth. 6-2 now, though, are the kills. I believe, all in all, it was a 3 for 2.
Oh, my God.
Ooh,
1 HP.
1 HP. Mayhem flashing forward now. Luke Duke is going to be next. Subnoise picking that one up. And this BF sword, the dagger, you can just see exactly what happens in this situation. Mayhem.
It's really turning into quite the clown fiesta.
Yeah, a little bit of a clown fiesta. Not too much. Saskwatches seems to be on the giving end.
It just felt like there was so much autoing going on at the end and no mana.
Oh, that fight, yeah, that fight was definitely a clown fiesta. Not any mana, and just kind of like a wonky engage there. The missed dredge line there, but they're just gonna go for it anyways. And yeah, it just wasn't that great because Zero Invictus died right off the start of that one, so it was a 3v2. And yeah, this early game, just really not going in the way of Revolution Death Squad.
No, not at all. But some of the CS leads are, as we see, top and mid growing quite large at this point, I would say. That's probably the only reason they're even only down 2k.
Yeah.
Other than bot lane, they seem to be doing fairly well.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Seagrain's going to have a tough time here. He's just definitely going to have to flex his muscles. That's the only way he's going to get the farm onto Azir. He's got to be able to pressure Azir off of the wave so that he can farm safely without taking the harass. But I'm just not sure. 1, and 2, I'm not sure he's that scary yet. That Oliver Closeout has to be really worried about getting absolutely blown up. He does have the Emperor's Divide handy, so it's going to be up to Seagrain to make a little bit of moves here in the mid lane if he wants to stay relatively close in CS. It is going to be a little bit of a dive here. They did throw out the Chum the Waters, and the Cyclone was used by the Wukong in the top lane. Subkit is taken quite low by Nayrix. The ultimate is going to be used. One more auto will secure the kill. Is he going to find it? And he is going to find it. He's going to be able to use that one.
Easy 1v1 right there.
Easy 1v1.
That's straight off CS leads and able to pick up the 4 long swords in comparison, but Zero Invictus lands the cocoon and no such luck out of it. But as we just know, Cinderhall, whatever, what's it called? No, what's the item that builds bombing cinder? Sunfire Cape.
Sunfire Cape.
Sunfire Cape, and it's just so strong right now.
Yeah.
And especially into a team with 3 high damage characters, it's gonna help a lot.
Yeah, definitely expect the armor stacking to be coming out pretty heavily from Nayrix here.
Probably one or 2, maybe still. He could go like a split push item or like ZZ Rot and Spirit Massage or something like that.
Yeah.
Still, because Seagrain, you don't want the poke from Mayhem and Seagrain able to still do quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, definitely. Subkit did go for that early 4 longsword start. You did point out. I feel like if you're able to upgrade 1 of those or 2 of those longswords, but we've got a little bit of a fight here. Copyright's just getting taken down. Pretty much a lamb at slaughter here. Just as soon as Subnoise and Mayhem decide to go in, it's pretty much game over for Copyrights. Did have flash and heal available. Still not using either of those. Maybe just thought he was going to go down regardless and just decided to hold on to those. But I feel like he could have lived if he used those summoners. And now Zero Invictus making a trip to the top lane. The cocoon is going to go wide, but I don't think it matters here. Nayrix is on a killing spree. slow killing spree.
Yeah.
4-1-0, and just a good gank. It was warded.
I think it's very smart. I think it's very smart for Zero Invictus to start camping these other lanes, because I don't know if Caitlyn is necessarily gonna be able to help too much with the lead. But it looks like even Mayhem is looking at 1v1.
Ooh, Zero Invictus taken very dangerously low here. The Cyclone use. Seagrain is going to pick that one up. Mayhem is able to pick up the kill onto Luke Duke. Steal the light now, trying to do what he can, but out of mana. Does have red buff, but Seagrain not healthy enough to really help out his jungler here. Oliver Close-Off is most likely going to get the kill and going to use Emperor's Divide just for good measure. Subkit coming in a little bit too late. The Grand Skyfall
he just
not
came in
so
from
grand.
being live, so
yeah,
he was dead in the top lane.
Probably
off
just
the
got into
game,
range there. Yeah. Mayhem now making a trip to this mid lane.
He's looking at 1v1. Anyone he can see, he'll 1v1.
Yeah, pretty much. We just saw it in the bot lane. Subnoise is in tow. Kind of the damage in that duo, but a little bit of a wonky fight there. I do believe it was just jungler for jungler. Zero Invictus went down at the start of that one and then Steal the Light eventually. And I guess that's...
But the 303 double bot lane is it's going to be scary, and it's something that they're going to really need to focus on. They do have the range to, I think, kite them out and the front line. So hopefully, as long as Nerex and the Azir wall will be able to keep them away from the Caitlyn and the Azir.
Yeah, definitely. I think just you're looking to draw this one out. If you're Revolution Death Squad, you need to stop the bleeding, which is mostly coming from the bot lane here. Subnoise, you just got to deny him. You got to wave clear as best you can in the mid lane. Not let them get any more of these objectives. Not let the gold start flowing too heavily towards the rest of the map. Yeah, I agree with you there. Zero Invictus doing a good job camping the top lane and, you know, kind of keeping the middle of the map a little bit stagnant here. But it looks like they're going to get this tower pretty much for free. The bot lane really not there. Copyright's just trying to pick up what CS he could in the bot lane. Luke Duke there as well. So they're not able to keep this mid lane up. And it's going to be another tier 1 going down. Maybe top lane the next target or Rift Herald here. Only 12 minutes in, Crafty, and quite the advantage here for Saskwatches.
Yeah, it's definitely not over for Revolution Death Squad. If they were to even out the towers, I think the game would be a lot closer gold-wise. Despite the 6 kill lead, the CS leads are really keeping them in the game.
Absolutely.
And the fact that Caitlyn is able to even get this much CS, she's not terribly behind. But Luke Duke looking to go in on Subnoise, misses the hook but still goes in.
Seagrain gonna throw the Chum the Waters onto Luke Duke. The teleport is coming in, and Steal the Light is in the backside. The Emperor's Divide gonna be used. Shut down, a double kill actually going out for Nerex on that Nautilus. Now the Caitlyn ulti being used on a Subnoise. He's trying to do what he can, but he has no mana and no health. He's going to be taken down to 0. Triple kill actually for Nerex. Is he going to get the Penta here? This long drawn out fight. It is a possibility if he has the help. Copperhead's kind of sitting in the back. Flash being used by Subkit. Seagrain is on the chase towards Zero Invictus. Subkit's going to go around, see if he can catch him out. And he's actually going to go and stun this Scuttle Crab to try and get closer. But unfortunately, that's going to deplete the remainder of his mana pool. After that, he's got nothing else. So
smite it to slow, and then
yeah, not much else after that, unfortunately.
The great escape from Zero Invictus works, and they're actually gonna push the mid tower down due to that chase.
Yeah,
which is a great trade overall. So what was the end of overall trade? 3 for 3 and.
Not even 3 for 3, I don't think. I do believe most of the members of...
3 for 2, because Zero Invictus did survive. It was going to be 3 for 3 if they were to catch him.
Exactly.
So but 3 for 2 in
tower
a tower.
As well.
So
great trade.
Overall worth, and they're gaining a little bit back in gold. Yep. The Nautilus is getting huge. 7-1.
7-1.
Looking to go for that second item banner too.
Nerex, the god here in the top lane on Nautilus. Kind of... got a little bit of buff from Ryan.
Wow, look at that karma damage. That was 1 Q. 1 mantra Q. There's no way.
Well, he is going full damage here. He does have the needlessly large rod, as well as the Frost Queen claim, all finished up there.
Ouch.
On top of Sightstone. That does hurt. And
if you are probably Azir, would you want to go like something like Abyssal at all, or would you want? Are you ever gonna get in that range? Do you think?
I don't know if it would be worth it here. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think Azir is relatively safe. Subkit's gonna find himself fighting Nerex. A lot of damage coming out from this Nautilus. If he had ultimate available, Subkit would definitely be looking at a gray screen right now. Crafty, he's very thankful he's not. Finds himself almost 40 CS down in this top lane. In the mid lane, not much better. 50 CS discrepancy between Seagrain and Oliver Close-Off. Still looking a little bit rough. This is the one saving grace. I don't know how much we can stress that this is really what's keeping Revolution Death Squad in the game right now.
The top lane?
With just the CS in, in the top and in the mid. Yeah, this 7-1-1 Nautilus definitely helps.
Azir, would you go Chalice on Azir? That would bring you to 40%.
It would bring him to 40%. It might be worth it too. Help out his mana a little bit. Subkit is going to go down. The Death Charge absolutely deleting him.
8-1 on Nerex. The sub coming in, looking to put on his carry pants right now.
Yeah.
As there might be a little bit of a Death Bush set up here.
A little bit of a Death Bush set up in the bot lane. Steal the Light is going to join the bot lane for Saskwatches. And I think there's just a little bit of caution.
Play safe. I agree.
Yeah,
They know. They pinged
know.
MIA.
Yeah, they did. And they don't know where Steal the Light is. It's a little bit fishy. Sub noise going in there. Sometimes when you act a little bit fishy, you can kind of tell that the jungler's probably nearby, if not right in the lane.
They're trading Rift Herald.
They're trading Rift Herald for nothing, pretty much.
Yeah.
So they're going to take that.
I think they're going to get Dragon off this pressure, maybe, if they could, if they wanted. Actually, Steal the Light back. I didn't even notice.
It would have been the smart move. They can still kind of do it as long as Steal the Light hustles there.
Look at the gold lead.
And
with that one tower pickup.
Yeah, and now it's almost even, pretty much 300. Yeah,
the,
exactly. And another one is probably going to swing it all the way. And
back in their lead. Yeah, they're going to have the lead right now.
This one, yeah.
So huge as they look to trade top tier for Dragon. Oliver Klozov might look to poke him down as they do it. No smite there yet. Steal the Light on his way. Subkit is coming mid, coming top to stop the Rift Herald push, and they can easily dive this.
The dive is going down, and it's going to be Nautilus getting another one for himself. All the stuns coming out, the Dredge line, the Cocoon all landing.
And they can get this tower easily.
They can get this one as well. The Whirling Death coming in, but it's not going to be fast enough to clear all the minions, at least not for
the spiders
time being. Seagrain is there. He's going to miss the Chum, the waters though, the ultimate gonna go wide. The ignite is gonna go on to this Nautilus. Seagrain getting taken dangerously low, but Steal the Light is there. Zero Invictus is gonna pick up the kill on this one, and Mayhem coming in to pick up the kill.
Look at that 2,000 gold lead right now for
absolutely worth. Absolutely, and Caitlyn in the meantime has had time to farm up as well. Still down in kills, but staying relevant in CS is gonna help the Caitlyn. Definitely scales pretty good off items, so as long as Caitlyn can find gold somehow, somewhere, then it's not going to be too bad.
What do you go? IE into Runans right now?
IE into Runans, into Rapid
Shiv?
Rapid Death, Rapid.
You definitely go 2 Zeal items. It just depends situationally, I think.
The Deathfire Cannon is usually the third item after
Rapid
Runans.
Fire Cannon?
Rapid
Deathfire
Why am I calling it Deathfire? Deathfire Grasp?
Deathfire Grasp?
Question mark? No, yeah, Rapid Fire Cannon, sorry.
DFG?
RFC. Rapid Fire Cannon is the third item for Caitlyn. She's still working on it here as the PF. All the components of IE and the Zeal along to go with that. So just going to be looking to farm up here, but no, all these objectives are starting
I can't get over the legendary Deathfire Cannon.
Deathfire Cannon. A man can dream.
I know.
Okay, a man can dream. R.I.P. DFG. Okay, yeah, getting back into this one game though.
So now they have the tower lead, actually.
They do have the tower lead, and they have the gold lead as well. On top of that, 29.5k to 31.5k, a clean 2,000 gold lead for Revolution Death Squad. Mayhem's gonna get caught up here by the death sentence, but the scary Nautilus 9-1-2 is there. As soon as you see him, you kind of just back off.
Yeah, completed
just let it
ZZ
go.
Rot too, so he'll be looking to
split.
He might just go top, drop it, get that wave pushing, and then look to pressure with the team because he's not. He can do a lot more work when he has 9 of the 11 kills, I think, in a team, right?
Yeah.
Rather than splitting apart, I think they could easily lose that fight without him there.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. Zero
Ow.
Invictus takes a lot of poke damage.
Ouch.
From this Karma. Ouch, Charlie. But it's going to be a dive in from Steal the Light. Oliver Klozov taken dangerously low. He's going to go down. Excuse me.
Also, so does Zero Invictus there to Seagrain, and they're looking to push down mid. Also, it looks like Nerex is on his way.
Yeah.
He got that wave pushing, dropped the ZZ Rod, and that's about it. They don't have the wave to get this tower quite yet. But a great engage there by Steal the Light.
Yeah, a great flank there, getting the ultimate off in the back line, pretty much deleting them. Seagrain as well, doing a lot of work. The Death Sentence is going to land on Subkit, forced to flash away, just barely going to live. Steal the Light just going in, forced to flash as well. Are they going to get any return on this? The Depth Charge isn't going to get the kill. It is through the shield, doing so much damage right now. It is a 5v2 here. Nerex and Luke, they're scared.
From the one guy.
Caitlyn come in. Sub Noise is going to take that one for him. Always got to take the bullet for your friends there. Very scary near the end there. I think they were taking over mid-fight. That Sneeze just coming in there. Things were getting a little hyphy as
Sneezy Mittens over here.
Sniffly Mittens in full effect. Actually, I've been pretty good. No sniffles for a while, but I may have just jinxed
Spring
it.
is coming, you know.
Spring
It's gonna come.
Spring is coming. And so is Game of Thrones in 2 weeks. Very nice. Subnoise is going to get cocooned under tower, though. Anna going to get caught up by the dredge line. Is he going to go down? Force a flash away. Mayhem is actually going to be a sacrificial lamb there and going to go down for his troubles. And the nice lantern up there by Zero Invictus. Subkid's going to be dropping in here. The Grand Skyfall just flexed his muscles. Unfortunately, Subkid not.
They definitely have a very good
not
dive
able to
style
fly
comp
much.
right
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I think it
especially with Nautilus being so far ahead,
Mm-hmm.
and Elise able to tank and then repel up.
yeah, take the aggro and then
Yeah.
kind of shift it off
And-
as well.
And Subnoise got away with less than 100 health by far. Like it was like the same amount of health as Mayhem, and all Zero Invictus did was smite to kill him.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, paying usually is the case where the support pays for the sins of the AD carry, and that may have been the case.
It definitely seemed like it, and you haven't seen much action coming out of this bot lane at all. As they haven't picked up any kills since they were really 3-0-3, except for that one kill. And Steal the Light goes down to copyrights, and Subkid is also very low. I don't think they can necessarily dive. They can when the wave comes, but they're going to back off. Let Oliver close us, split push that bot lane as Seagrain goes out.
Once again, such a great flank, but they just didn't have the follow-up. The flash in by Seagrain, and he's going to get the Playful Trickster onto 3 members, but it's not going to be enough. The Ignite going onto Zero Invictus.
Wrong
The kill
person.
is actually going to go over onto Luke Duke.
Get out of there,
For
Subnoise.
Seagrain, but he's going to trade 1-for-1. Subnoise, buddy, you don't have any mana. You do have red buff, but he's not going to find anything here as they continue to push.
Yeah, right now.
And in the bot lane,
They wanted Mayhem to 1v1, but obviously that's going to be a lot more in Oliver Closeout's favor as they're actually going in onto Subnoise and Subkit, and the dub sub goes down, and the great, what do you call that? Azir?
The shuffle.
Shurima
Shuffle.
goes Oliver Closeout way, and that count that probably in the top 5 plays potentially for this week.
Potentially. We'll put it down. We'll consider it for sure. Maybe another thing to consider was copyrights, melee range, Caitlyn ultimate there.
Yeah.
When they got the cocoon, he was like even closer than auto range, and decides to pull up the old Caitlyn ultimate.
Yeah.
Just gotta swag it. It's all about the style
Swag.
points there. Yeah, for sure.
Did it connect? Was it the kill? Did it kill secure?
I'm not actually. I forget. I think it was actually Zero Invictus who picked it up, but I could be wrong. We'll have to go back. We'll have to check the tapes sometime down the line, whenever, or we might not check the tapes. Who knows? You know, depends what we're feeling.
Yeah, it depends what we're
Yeah,
feeling.
exactly.
But overall, right now, this game is definitely coming back into Revolution Death Squad's favor as they have really come back from that gold lead, and Seagrain going in all the close up, and that's a dead Azir right now, especially if you aren't able to dodge the chum. The shark!
And not having Ember's divided as well does not help. Mayhem might be caught out a little bit here. The Death Sentence is going to connect onto that one. Luke Duke's going to ride that one in, and Copyrights is on a killing spree here, picking up the kill for himself. So maybe he did get the kill under the tower just moments ago, because he is on a killing spree, and you need a couple kills in a row to get that. So by the power of deduction, he might have actually got that kill.
Detective skills.
Yeah, exactly. Subkid's going to drop down the Grand Skyfall once again, but the teleport's coming in from Nayrix. He's going to be dropping right into the middle of this one. Steal the Light trying to go off to the side. He's going to get caught up, though, going to get stunned by the cocoon before he can get a meaningful ultimate off. Seagrain is in the backline. There's a lot of traps he's got to dodge around, including all the hooks, and he's not going to dodge the second one. Nayrix going to catch the dredge line there. Subnoid doing what he can. He is going to get a kill, a shutdown on Zero Invictus, but he's going to go down to the Caitlyn ultimate. Gonna pick that one up pretty nicely, pretty easily.
So 4 for 1.
4 for 1
in their favor, and they're gonna get the dragon. They're gonna pressure that. The bot wave is definitely in their favor. They're pushing out mid. They will have all waves in their favor right now, and it's in their control.
Yeah, this Nautilus is just an unkillable monster right now.
11, 1, 10. That's gotta be.
Absolutely
You gotta think
huge.
about banning that next game, I think.
Yeah, I guess so.
They banned Nayrex's Nasus this game. I think I'd rather be more scared.
Did they?
Yeah, their bans were.
Is that the last
Callista, Kindred, and Nasus.
Wow, the Respect Nasus ban coming out. Not something you see every day out on the street, out on the SKL streets. You don't see the Nasus ban coming through, nor do you see just the Nasus pick in general. I don't think Nayrix has played it more than once all season. He hasn't played in every single game because he's just on a substitute role on this roster.
Yeah, usually it is.
But he's coming out big.
Yeah, maybe they'll want to consider
Yeah,
a little
keeping him in here.
him in.
You gotta have the competitive spirit.
Especially when they're needed. This 2-0 and a 2-0 next week. potentially to even help secure a playoff spot, as Seagrain looking to go in onto Luke Duke. He wants to fight this.
I think they do want to fight this as well. Oliver Closeoff is going to come over the wall. Nayrix is there. Steal the Light trying to do what he can, trying to dive the back line, but it's not going to be enough. Exhaust going out on the sub-kit. It is a double kill for this Azir. The Fizz is going to pick up a kill, but he does go down in the end. Invictus going to pick up that one on the Elise. Are they going to be able to chase on to Mayhem's Karma? It doesn't look like it. The Mantra Q going to be able to do a lot to kite that one out, but that is 3 down for 1 only. There's still the Caitlyn, who is healthy as ever, and they have a lot of sieging power still here with Nayrix. You know, he's only got about a third of his HP, but that's probably more HP than anyone else has when they're at full HP, so it doesn't really matter. He's also got the shield as well. This tower is going to go down. The depth charge used onto Subnoise. He's going to get taken down by a chain CC. The death sentence, as well as the dredge line, as well as the cocoon, as well as the everything coming down on Subnoise, and this is going to be the wide open base. Subkid decides he's wanting to suicide.
That's suicide right there for sure.
He needs a Snickers.
Pressure Baron for sure right now. I think the health bars aren't too low. They could definitely get some more objectives, I think, with this Death Timer on the Draven and the Subkid Pantheon on the top lane, but Hook lands on to steal the light. And, it looks like he faked decoyed there.
He did fake decoy. He's able to get right out of that one. It's going to be a red buff going over. Yes, I do believe they should go to, or they should have went towards Baron at least, but when they had a lot of members. Yeah, too late. They could still do the Baron.
They could still pressure it.
They could still pressure it.
With the inhibitor down, they can wait. They just have to wait a little bit.
Yeah, they could slow play it a little bit harder when you only have 1 inhib as opposed to 2 or even 3 if you want to go that hard and be that safe with it. They might just look to pressure this bot side, get the bot side in him, and that makes pressuring the Baron a lot easier since it's so far away, and you're forced to respond with a teleport. But Subkit, the poor guy, is so far behind right now on this Pantheon. Pantheon is a champion you don't see a lot for pretty good reason, just because you need to get ahead early, and then Pantheon falls off so hard late.
But also they have Steal the Light is super far behind as
yeah,
well
on
the
Wukong. But I mean, Wukong is like kind of even a little bit more of a viable champion right now, just because Subkid has not found a single ultimate that's really landed on the back line. He's just playing things a little bit safe, and he just hasn't found as much as Steal the Light has. Steal the Light has had some great flanks. They just haven't worked out. Subkid, the poor guy's going to get taken down once again. Zero Invictus going to pick up that one. It's just not working out for him.
I'm liking what Zero Invictus is also bringing in the jungle.
I do like it as well.
He's getting lots of catches, lots of kill participants, 8-6 as well, and didn't necessarily focus on keeping the Draven down early. He more just wanted to help his other lanes stay ahead.
Yeah, and
it worked. The strategy worked.
Well, Saskwatches were playing to their win conditions, but at the same time, Revolution Death Squad was playing to theirs. Get the Azir ahead. Nayrix became an unkillable tank in the top lane, kind of pressure Subkid, who has mostly played support. And unfortunately, we've got a little bit of a fight here in the middle of our analysis. Seagrain's going to go down here. Copyrights is godlike, and it is going to be one after another. Only Steal the Light is left alive along with Subkid. Steal the Light is not long for this world, as that is going to be a double kill for Zero Invictus. And it is going to be a game 1, GG. Just like you said, Crafty Buckeye. It was definitely a GG. 20-33 are going to be the end kills on this one, unless they decide to dive the fountain or anything crazy like that. 28, 57, 58, 59 is going to be the final timer on that one. And a good game by Revolution Death Squad after a strong start from Saskwatches.
Very strong start, and the fact that they were able to, I think the one trade when they picked up when they killed Subkit, got Rift Herald, got 2 towers top in trade for Dragon, I think it was. That's really when the game started swinging their way. They got that gold lead right back to their favor.
It was like a 4,000 gold swing.
Yeah, and they got them in their favor. They were able to pick back up their gold deficit and then just snowball off that. Copyrights was able to stay safe after they lost their tier 1 tower. And then able to catch back up in CS. You only really need IE Runans, and then you can still do lots of DPS in fights.
Yeah, exactly.
So they just waited for their spikes, and then they won fights when they hit them.
Yeah, they didn't lose any confidence at all, even after getting taken down quite a few pegs here by the bot lane Subnoise And Mayhem, we're doing a lot of work. You got to give them props. We got to give credit where credit is due as well. They were able to steamroll that bot lane pretty handedly. Unfortunately, the rest of the map just couldn't keep up. Seagrain did a little bit on this Fizz here, tried to assassinate as many people as possible. But on Fizz, it is hard to kind of keep up in CS. You got to use a lot of your abilities on clearing those waves. You got to use the Playful Trickster on clearing waves. And unfortunately, when you're trying to kill the other person so much, that CS just falls by the wayside. And when you're against an Azir who farms so easily from such a safe distance, the CS discrepancy just rose and rose and rose. Nayrix in the top lane as well, MVP of this game, I think, for us, for sure. Unanimously. It was
one
just...
Death. One death with, what was that, 29 kill per desperation, 11, 1, and 18.
Yeah.
Wow.
It just, like, it wasn't like Nayrix was... 1v5.
Build. Did he get one item short of full build?
Yeah, the kills early just kind of fell into his lap, right? It was just like those early skirmishes. It was like the 3v3s, 2v2s. It's not like he was like soloing so much. He was after he got all those kills, but the kills just kind of fell into his lap. But what he was able to do with the kills after that was huge.
For sure. So I think Saskwatches might need to change a little bit into the draft, but they had the great early game, so I think maybe if they can grow on that a little bit more, they could pick up the Game 2 W.
Yeah.
And we'll be right back to see that Game 2 as we take a quick break between games here. Stick around.